Hello and welcome to the Pandemic Diary 2020. I'm your host, Joan Achong. And for those of you who are joining us for the first time, the Pandemic Diary is all about the lives and how people are affected both worldwide here and, basically getting to hear the stories from each individual as they experience the pandemic. Well, I'm a bit excited. I'm sorry. I'm stuttering and I do apologize, but I'm so excited because today we have some wonderful guests. But before I introduce our guest onto the show, I'd like to introduce my colleague, my fellow co-host, Emily Blake. Hello, Emily. I'm so excited. I started stuttering there for a moment. I'm bursting with excitement. This is my co-host, Emily. We like to say hi to our producer, Moinul. Moinul is hidden behind the scenes and he's keeping the mechanism rolling for the show. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, Emily, you want to give the viewers a little hint of what's going on behind the scenes today?
Behind the scenes, what with who?
With our guests, of course. We've got two fantastic and amazing guests. Let me introduce them. Okay, we've got ladies first. We've got Petra van de Sande. Hello and welcome, Petra.
Hello guys. How
Petra is all the way from the Netherlands joining us. She's one of our champion Paralympian dressage horse riding champions of the world, Europe, Danish, and you name it. She's got those titles underneath her belt. And we've got another exciting guest, and it's our dear Mr. Monty Panesar, our English international cricketer, TV personality, and he's just a guru at Sky Sports News, BBC World. You've seen him, you've heard him, and you've seen him play worldwide. Now, hi, everybody. Hi, Monty. How are you doing?
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Very well, thank you. And thank you for introducing me and having me on the show today.
Okay. Monty, Petra, I don't know which one to start off first, Emily. Who you think? We should do ladies first?
Let's go ladies first.
Absolutely.
Ladies
gotta be
first.
ladies first.
Absolutely. Petra, tell us about yourself. Tell us who you are. Tell the viewers who you are.
I'm a girl. I'm living in Den Haag. It's the city, the closest near the coast. The government is here, they have the Palace of Peace. It's a very beautiful city and lovely people. And I'm living in outside of Den Haag in a nice house with a big garden and horse stables. And I love it very much. I'm looking always for excitement, for parties, and have a rich social life, and that's what I like. And that's and now it's I take care of a friend, and he's a little bit he's weak, and I'm take care of him. And in this time with COVID-19, it's very it's very dangerous. So I have to lock up for myself, but most of them for my friends.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, can I ask you, can the viewers find out when did you start riding?
I was.
You have a love of horses. When do you start competing and riding?
I was competing. I was riding. Starting riding when I was 4, and then I was a little kid, and then I'm going to every time. Then I have my own pony, and it's about 10, and then I have another horse, and then I'm starting competitions. And then I was just regular competitions, and then I was a little bit boring, so I thought I'm going to start something else, and that was skydiving. And then I broke my back, and that's the accident, and that makes me that I'm going in a wheelchair in 1990. Hello, and then. Everything was stopped. I have to take care of myself again. Hello? You hear me?
We can hear you, Petra.
Yeah. And then I just have to start life again with my own limiteds. And then I was starting my horse riding again. And that's I was very talented for the Paralympics. So that's why I developed myself to the big competitions, international competitions. And it makes me very successful.
Yeah, and you must be so proud of your achievements, Petra, looking back.
Yeah, it's amazing time, and I still miss it sometimes, but I have to take care of my friend, and that's my goal in life now. But yeah, the horse riding and the people, the Paralympics, it was fantastic. The people are lovely, and it's such a nice world of friendly people, and they like to have you the best out of yourself with your limiteds. And well, that's me. I like it so much that well, that brings the best in me. Yeah.
So how long, like the horse, the dressage, your specialty is in dressage.
Yes.
And most people, when we say dressage, they don't understand what dressage means. And I had to explain to them, dressage is the competition where the horse are like dancing.
Like dancing. Well, it's the connection what you have with your horse, and that's first of all, you have to be a team together, and you communicate with little signs that he has to listen to, and that makes you are two became one, and that's the team what you have. It's your friend. It's you have to do the things, and you have to trust you. And he have to listen to little signs that you give him, and that makes it so beautiful to ride. And to have the connection with the horse, to feel the freedom with the horse, to hear him breathing, to give him love, and the horse gives you love back. So yeah, I love horses so much, and animals in. It gives so much feedback. I have now a little cat, and it's well, that's also so lovely animal. I love animals, yes, very much. Okay, you show me. Oh yeah, nice.
A footage of you competing.
Oh yes, how lovely! I'm completely That's me with Valencia, with a black horse. She's now. To another owner, but she I love that horse very much. She brings the best out of me, and she was so lovely to ride, and always did the best for me. I love it to see it again.
It brings back fun memories.
You surprised me. That was in Barcelona. No, not in Barcelona. In what another city? Or it was Barcelona. It was in Spain anyway. So that was it was a lovely time. It was far away, and I did win the competition also there. So I was very proud to compete there.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And also, you are also against animal cruelty, and you're against of the plastic polluting the waterways and the seas and the oceans worldwide.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, like now, also, everybody use gloves and masks, and they throw it on the floor. I think, come on, we are the biggest. We have to protect the environment, and if you see how we going, we don't take care of our planet because we just destroy it. We are the COVID virus for the planet.
Oh.
We just make pollutions and we don't care. But you see what now is the earth is breathing again. It's coming back to life. You see the skies are clear, and you see the people. They have so much influence on the planet, we and now you realize what you are doing to the planet when everything is locked up. I saw pictures from LA and saw pictures from India, how you can see how it was away, and now it's everything is clear, and before that it was smoke and everything. Oh, lovely to see.
You just love.
Yeah. I look a little bit different.
Yes, because you were competing, no makeup. You were just competing, and hot and sweaty from the whole excitement of the ride. So you would tend to look a bit different, but you're still lovely and gorgeous as ever. Okay,
Thank you.
Like you were saying, so you actually say recently that basically as a result, if I got you right, as a result of the COVID-19 and the lockdown, you're able to see a change in the environment, an immediate change. There's clearness, less pollution, the skies are brighter, the air quality is a lot better. So you're saying this is one of the positive things that have come out of the COVID-19
pandemic. That's the positive things. And I think also the people they have to work more at home, so that became more normal for them to stay home, to work at home. There are less flights because with conference calls you can do a lot. You don't have to fly less. People, they get used to is another way of communication, and that's I think that's good for the environment, because you can do a lot of things at home and not to take the plane and go everywhere to discuss to have a conversation. You can also do it in I think it brings also positive things in the future, because people, they used to work in a different way.
Yes, that's so very true. We've got a comment from a viewer saying, Simon, watching from Woolwich. Thank you, Simon, for joining us. I hope you're enjoying the show. Thank you so much for your comments. Okay, we like to, Emily, you like to ask Petra any questions at this time?
Yeah, well, I'm really interested in what you said about the environment as well. And do you think that we will actually stick to some of these new habits that we've formed? You said about, people aren't going on planes to meetings and things. Do you think we'll actually put that on board, or will everyone just go straight back to what we were doing before?
Well, I don't hope so, because I hope because I think also the tickets for the flying, they get expensiver than before all the COVID-19. So that makes the people more they think before they buy a ticket, because it's going to be a lot of money. I hear there 30% more in price. So I think that works to people. They realize that the flying is you have to use your brains, and it's expensive. So you have to watch it. And I think people that became aware that flying is I think I hope that people realize what they are doing with the environment, and I hope the tickets, the flying tickets, became more price, so people, they are not take the plane so easy, like an EasyJet or the cheap flying tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I hear you. Like, basically, you hope that the tickets may rise, so it will discourage people from making so much frequent trips, unnecessary frequent trips, because you do understand that some jobs you do have to travel for them. But when it's just like more casual tourism, sort of like fun, just jetting around. And when you could do it, basically say hi on a conference call or Zoom or, things like that. Is that to reduce the pollution and carbon imprint?
I hope that the people that they would like city trips for 25 euros. You can go to Rome or whatever. It's like a bus, and but if you see how many flight moves that are in the air. You know, that's. I hope people they going to be aware what you are doing to the walls and to the pollution.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to introduce Monty to the conversation at this time. Monty, what are your views with regards to the COVID-19 and how its impact on you particularly? And
Well, I
probably
think
others are
I'm a sportsman myself, so we find it quite easy to follow instructions or discipline ourselves, or like the government is saying, social distancing, self-isolate, and if you need to go outside, go only for necessary measures. So, being from a sportsman's background, that's like a coach really giving me instructions, telling me that, Monty, you're playing today, this is your role, and then you start planning for the day. And I think for me, that's how I took it. The government gave these instructions. I actually had mild symptoms sort of first week in March, and I kind of felt really, short of breath, and I also felt that I'm getting these mild symptoms, and I started to self-isolate myself a week in advance before the government actually announced the measures. So I think the challenge or the difficulty is for people who don't like following rules, regulations. They find it difficult to just sit within a, let's say, framework, or each day is just the same, and they kind of find it difficult. They want to do so many different things, and they can't do that. And even now, I would say to people that the longer we stay at home, the better it will be later on. Oh yeah, that was a
Don't get
good ball, actually.
distracted, Monty.
That
Don't
is
get
making me
distracted.
very
You've
happy.
seen
That
this
was a good
before,
memory, actually. That was in
Monty.
Mumbai. That's the great Sachin there. I couldn't believe I bowled a ball like that in Mumbai, pitched
Wow.
middle. Yeah, that is
Wow,
amazing.
wicket
Wow.
Yeah.
is
Nice.
gone. The wicket is
Yes.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. I'm actually. Yeah, that was a good memory. That's my childhood hero. And to be honest, that pitch on that day, they played already a first class game there 4 days in advance. And I remember Duncan Fletcher, what he wanted to do, he was my first coach in the England team, was they already played a first class game, and they thought that me and Swanee won't be as good, in terms of the spinners. But that pitch suited us. Our bowled at that pace, and that turned quite sharply. Now, on a normal first day pitch, the ball wouldn't react like that. That probably would have gone straight on with the arm, hit the pads. And you can see Sachin's position is that he's playing it like it's a first day pitch. And I think it just
tilted a bit. Yeah, the pad.
Yeah, it took him. I think it took everyone by surprise. It's probably one of our better deliveries, actually. Thank you for putting that up. Actually, that's going to lift my mood throughout the whole day now.
Great. So tell us about okay, tell us about yourself. You went in once you saw the game being played. Tell us about yourself. When did you start playing cricket?
Okay, so my name's Monty Panesar, and at the age of 16, my first job was a window salesman at Anglia Windows in Luton. I was a salesman door to door, and I soon realised that I wasn't very good at selling windows. But then what I was really good at was when I play a cricket game on a weekend or midweek, I would take loads of wickets. I remember I playing for school at Stopsley High School. My teacher was John Williots, and we used to play against another team called Chorney, which they were amazing. They were like the best team in Luton, and we beat them very comfortably. And just from that young age, I always felt that I was head and above everyone else in terms of my cricket ability. I needed to go to a place where the environment, like they say that, if you surround yourself in an environment where they are challenging people of better standard, you're going to grow naturally. You don't have to put the effort in. You're already in that environment. So for me, I played at Luton Town and Indians, and there's a funny story about that, actually. I remember my coach, Dave Parsuth, who was the chairman of the club, and we were called Luton Indians at the time. And we used to train at Lancaster Avenue, where David Pleat, the Luton Town manager, used to live. And I remember my coach, Tumeric, he was my dad's best friend. He should take us in his Astra. And anyone from the South Asian communities who lived in Luton worked in a Vauxhall factory. You know, that's how it was in the 70s and the 80s. You know, people from who come to England for a better quality of life, they went to places where there was work. And everyone worked in the Vauxhall factory. And he had an Astra. We used to always drive past, you know, David Pleat's bungalow. And he used to say, you know, that's David Pleat, the Luton Town manager. And we used to train, you know, behind the grounds there, Lancaster Avenue. It was like a council pitch. And I remember Dave Parsuth, he was having meetings with Luton Town, which was more central Luton, was like the lords of cricket. You know, the facilities are amazing. Luton Town needed members, and we needed a better facility. And he kind of amalgamated the both clubs together to call it Luton Town and Indians. And so our home ground is at Luton Town and Indians, our Luton Town ground, which is also a place of congregation for people who, like, you could be a social member. And, you know, we don't really have a place, let's say in Luton, where, let's say, just Asian people can get together, have a local pub. And it's like a local pub for social members and also people who love cricket there. And I think that's where my journey started. That's when it started, you know, when I fell in love with the game of cricket. And I quickly realized that I was very good at this game. And I had to start taking it, you know, seriously, because my parents, they were always big on education. They always said, you know, are you really going to become a cricketer? I remember my dad, when I got my first driving license, and I got it in second go, actually. And I said to my dad, oh, I passed. He goes, show me it. I don't believe you. Like my parents were always like, you're not good at anything. You're just not good at anything. Even if you get an A in GCSEs, we want to see the certificate. You're lying to us. And I think that really worked for me. That type of parenting, where my parents didn't, you know, believe in me, but they always thought that, you know, they're nice, sensible kids. But what it did, it gave me the space to grow and work out answers and solutions for myself. I see a lot of parents now where the youngsters just get in, the parents get so consumed by their child's progress that they actually don't want the parent to be there. So my, like, cricketing father was like Hitu Nayak, and my obviously biological father is my dad. And that worked really well. You know, it gave me the space to develop and grow and do whatever I want to do. And my dad didn't really think I was good at anything anyway. So it was a nice way to prove him wrong, and it was a nice thing. Yeah, it was. It was always that case. It was always like, I'm going to get an A in A level or A in GCSE. I'm going to go home and I say to my dad, look, you know, this is how good I'm doing, and it kind of helped me. It's like reverse psychology, but it really helped.
Okay. So
must get bored of my voice by now, right? Actually, guess what? Before the show started, I had a siren kicking off my phone, and I'm an NHS member, and it feels like the Germans are in. You know, it's like that sort of siren off the phone. And I was going to ask you permission.
Right, like a bomb raid.
Yeah, it's like a raid.
Like a bomb raid. I wonder what that was all about.
That's my duty.
I wanna.
Yeah, I'm an NHS volunteer, and they asked me to go and do. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I want to bring you back in. I noticed you're very much involved in a lot of charitable works. You are one of the people. You're an ambassador for a mental health ambassador for the PCA, and right now you're actually raising funds to purchase PPE kits for the care homes. Tell us about the care homes and your initiative there.
I think firstly, if I go a step back, I think what it is that because I'm a cricketer, right? And I always thought that I just want to play cricket for England and that's it. I don't want to do anything else. And what ended up happening, because of the love and the support in this country, you know, the fans, how much love and support they gave me when I played a cricket match, I feel like when I'm not playing cricket, it's my duty now, you know, that the people in this country made me famous, made me a popular figure. gave me so much love and support when I played cricket, that I feel it's like my kind of duty for the people in my country to help back. And that's what I want to do now. I want to raise £100,000. It's only £140 at the moment, but I would love to get to £100,000, because at the moment, the issue is that the PPE is for only the hospitals, hospices, care homes. They are struggling to get these kits. So I would love, people to share this, and if you can, share it as much as you can. Apparently, they said on Facebook when I put it up, the link, they go, if you share it 3 times a day, you're more likely to get loads more donations than just do it once, and tell all your other peers as well. So, if someone's doing any marketing strategy, there's a little tip, keep sharing it and sharing it amongst, the people who are listening in, amongst yourselves. Because the more we raise money now, because these, half the deaths are coming from care homes. And that's why I feel like I want to raise some money for them. And hopefully we can save some lives. One of my good friends, Devon Malcolm, you obviously know about Devon Malcolm, being a cricket fan yourself. His father passed away. He was 76, and I just rang him, and he told me off chance. It was just by off chance. I didn't realize he passed away, but he did. And he kind of felt that, are the people in the care homes really helping, the patients there? And is equipment available? And now more services, more stories are being surfaced to the government that actually PPE kits are not being available for care homes. And that's why I thought I'd set up a link, see how much money we can raise. Obviously, I've only got £140 at the moment. But
okay, Monty,
hopefully
what is
with this
the name
platform,
of the link?
Go for it.
Hello, Monty, can I interject? Tell us where they could find the link. What's the name of the link? Please.
The name of the link is Go Find Me. It's a PPE link, which it says organised by Monty Panesar to raise money for care homes. I'll share it on my Facebook page. I would love you to share it on your Facebook pages as well. Yeah. I'll send you guys the link. And if it makes a difference of saving, lives, I think it's worth sharing. And it's not a lot of effort, is there? Yeah. All you got to do is just copy and paste, click it on and put it onto your link. But what we're doing is, when I did my marketing module, during my international sports management, when I'm a postgraduate at Loughborough University, I was a postgraduate qualification. It said word and mouth is the best form of marketing. So this is a great platform for me. That's why I'm thanking you guys for bringing me on here, that I can share my world, my stories, people listening in, they keep sharing it. And what ends up happening, this is a lot quicker way of spreading, charitable work than actually just going out there and doing it by yourself practically, because digital technology is fast. The message can be given to the people, to the world, much more quicker on these sort of platforms than actually you going out and trying to speak to people directly.
Yes, because Emily, what are your views on that? What are your views?
Well, I was just hoping to hear a bit more about Monty's volunteering work as well. I think you mentioned you were an NHS volunteer, like a responder.
Yeah, so when Matt Hancock said, Boris Johnson, he said he needs 250,000 volunteers, I quickly signed up, and I get four requests a week at least. But then I saw in the news that there's some people who are not getting these requests. There's about 750,000 now. Volunteers, and the thing is, are you a volunteer as well? Have you been to any of them?
I have not had anything come through.
Really?
Yeah, nothing.
I get like 4 a week, and I hear the big siren. I leave my phone in my room or wherever I am, and I hear it, and it's like the Germans I hear. It's like that sort of noise, and I quickly get to it, and by the time I get to it, someone else has got it. So I'm still hoping to accept one of them, and then I can start doing my duty as an NHS volunteer.
Yeah, maybe they need to work on the app a little and have like an accept button. So
no, there is an accept button. It's just, actually, it's interesting you say that. They're saying that people who are in the rural areas, not close to major cities, are actually not getting any requests. And they also question the system. Does the system really work, or does it only work in urban areas where there's heavily population? Because I'm London and Luton based. So when I go to London, I get a request there. I go to Luton, I got a request just before I started the show.
Okay.
The siren just kicked off, and I was looking through my phone, and I thought, shall I ask you guys a question? Can I quickly nip over and help someone deliver a medicine package and come back? But my commitment is to you guys for the next hour or so. So maybe tomorrow I'll do duties.
Thank you so much. We are feeling really badly now that we keeping you away. We keep
No,
you away.
no, don't. Please don't.
You've also got yourself involved in an indirect way with a Captain Tom Moore campaign. You were saying, well, I don't know if you're committed to it, but you were mentioning that you reckon our dear Captain Tom Moore should be knighted on his 100th birthday. As he's raised over £8 million for the NHS.
Sorry, I didn't let you finish there. Well, I have a team around me. One of my advisors said, why don't you actually announce that you want to make him a Nobel Peace Prize Award, And I said Nobel Peace Prize Award for humanity. There's no such thing, but there's a Nobel Peace Prize Award. And I would love him to have that. We need the government. We need to set up a petition, and here we can spread the word, get people signing up, maybe get 100,000, signatures or 1 million, and then hopefully we take that to the government and say to Boris Johnson, you need to sign this off because you need the government to nominate. Sir Tom Moore is going to be soon anyway, so I might as well get the Sir out of the way.
Yeah, That's wonderful. It has a ring to it.
Yeah, so I really want to, he's from Bedford as well. He's only up the road and he's 100 today. So, I'm going to congratulate him later. And
happy birthday. You know what? We should just pause a little while to just say happy birthday, happy 100th birthday to Sir Tom Moore. Happy birthday, Sir Tom Moore. I hope you live to see many more.
Hopefully when you get to 101, you do another 100 laps. That'd be great to see. I'd love him to do that again.
Mm-hmm. Now, for Petra, Tom Moore is an elderly gentleman in England. He was 99 years old. He's just turned 100. And he has raised over £8 million towards the National Health Service in the United Kingdom. So he's gotten involved. He uses his Zimmer frame, and he's a bit feeble, but he made 100 laps for his 100th birthday. So he would raise all that money for the National Health Service, which is really critical at this time.
Yeah, I hear that. It's nice that how you see a country support a guy who is almost 100 years. And I hope he has some few more years to go. But it's amazing. He's such a lovely guy to do that, and it makes so much. It brings him so much money for everybody for COVID-19. Yeah, I like him. I love him. I just want to kiss him to do that. He do so much things for the country. I hope they use the money for a good goal. And he's amazing. I saw all those postcards. It's ridiculous, but that they do that for he must be out of his brain to have so much and on that age to bring that so much emotions and everything. I saw him on the TV and I watched him and I thought, whoa, that guy is really amazing.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. So after the COVID-19, right now we're going through the COVID-19, you're caring for someone 24/7. Along with that, you also have your own health challenges. What are you going to take from the COVID-19? What are you going to do differently? Like after COVID-19, what are you going to do differently after COVID-19?
No. I think, maybe you are... I think the social distance that get in your system, And I think you are watch out with. I think that's going to be different. If you know, I'm always hugging, and I'm always I'm people who likes to have contact and to touch and to have somebody close. I think maybe that difference is that turns out in another way, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just get back where as I was as before. I don't know. What do you think? Can I ask the picture to you?
Remember when we first met? We were very huggy, and they called me Huggy
That's
Bear at
why.
the Olympics. They were calling me Miss Huggy Bear because I'm also a very tactile person. I like to hug. I like to greet people. I like to make them feel happy. So it's gonna be difficult for me to see someone and not want to reach out to them to give them a kiss or give them a hug. It's gonna be difficult for me.
That's why.
I'm gonna have to.
I like to have somebody close. I like to give him some attention, and that's in a way you touch someone. You make that's the
A
way you make
connection.
a connection. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, and I started off. I said, "What am I gonna do post COVID-19?" I said, "You know what? What we could do is the smile and bow technique. You know, the Orientals smile and bow. They don't touch. They just smile and bow. So I'm greeting you. I think that's what I'm gonna have to adapt: the smile and bow technique.
What
Pleased to
Joan?
meet you.
What do you think? Is it going to be different for you in after post COVID-19? What is
I'm
it for
sure it is.
you?
I'm sure it is going to be very different for me. Would like to go out a bit more. I feel a bit isolated where I am. I would definitely start going out a bit more. Take walks around the neighborhood, not necessarily reach out to greet someone. I might say hi from a distance. How are you doing? Have a nice day. Social gatherings, I'm going to have to watch how that goes, because once they lift the bans and we could socialize in a particular way, I think I might still be a bit hesitant as to going to functions, because I like my social life. I like
Yeah,
going to
me
my
too.
pageants, the dinner tea parties and stuff like that. I really love that.
Yeah, me too.
And
Yeah,
I have fun doing that. I like meeting people, but at the same time, we all have to be very sensible.
yeah,
There could be waves of this going on. You're like the first stage, everybody, full world impact, COVID-19. People are dying around us, and it's a very serious matter. We
yeah,
started washing our hands. We started masking our faces when we
yeah,
go out in public. We start keeping a safe distance away from people. But
yeah.
once that is coming on, I think what they in the social world, I reckon we're gonna see a trend of design of face masks. People going out partying and they've got
You
designer
know what
face
I like?
masks.
You know what I like? I like to have a mask that is transparent, because then you can see the emotions of the face. You know,
Hmm.
if it's you can. It must
The
be so.
mask will block that. The mask will definitely block that off.
Yeah, and when it's transparent, you can see it, what the smile and the face, and that's,
Smile,
I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what's going to be a bit difficult. I've noticed a lot of people are clocking in and wearing designer masks, different patterns. But like you said, this part of your face blocked off. You can't see any smile. You don't know whether they're
Yeah, no, you
smiling or
cannot show
grimming.
any
What do you
emotions.
think,
No.
Emily? Emily, what do you think? You're a model, and what do you think about this mask coming on? I notice there's a trend now. People are having fancy masks, designer masks. What do you
Yeah,
think?
and I think that's cool. But I did actually see someone post on my Facebook. I believe it was a student who designed one which was transparent here, which is ideal because if you're hard of hearing, you need to lip read. It's really important. So I think although these great designs are taking off, and I'm seeing lots of them, it's going to be really difficult with lots of people having their mouths covered. And I think we always need to keep in mind everyone and everyone's needs, and not to single people out. And that's just going to further isolate people. So it's
Distance
really
and
important,
isolate some people.
like Petra said, to
Mm.
have the transparent panel, definitely.
Yeah.
Mhm. I think
Joan, what is you going to do the first thing after exit? as the COVID.
Oh my God!
What is the thing? What you are missing the most?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna come out and say we've got a viewer saying very many people are expecting new babies after COVID-19 stay home.
What is the most?
Well, that could be another point taken. More babies are gonna be conceived during the lockdown because people have more one-on-one contact, and we're not gonna go any deeper or any further in this. But it is a great possibility.
What is the thing what you are most missing at the moment?
A hug and a cuddle.
Yeah, for me too.
Hug and a cuddle.
Yeah.
I am missing being hugged and cuddled up to someone. I like that. That's me. I'm a hug and cuddle type person. I really miss it. I miss it. That's the thing I miss the most.
They call it in Holland skin hungry. You like to have you are hungry for skin.
I love it. I'm hungry for skin.
Skin, yes.
Monty, I'd like to.
Because it's almost it's not human to live like this. It's almost like a torture. Yeah, it is. You don't have to have contacts. You have to take care. You have to take care of your friends. You have to take care of your own health. And now, I just, I miss the restaurants, the parties, the going out with my friends. I miss my friends. I hope that's what I missed the most, I think. And
that is true.
And and your friend, what is you missing most? You?
Yeah, I think for me, I'm definitely missing my family. But to be honest, I would rather miss them now and know that they are safe and I'm safe than we do need to stay inside. And excuse me, for me, I'd rather isolate at this time and get through it, and we can all see each other afterwards. And I'm just really grateful. I'm just trying to stay positive and stay grateful. And rather than feeling like I'm locked away, I'm seeing it as I'm safe and I'm protected. So trying to see it from that mindset. And of course I miss everyone, but yeah, we'll see each other again. We'll get back to that.
What is the most positive what you experienced in this time with COVID-19?
Positive. I think it's probably I think the community spirit and seeing people being a bit friendlier to each other. And I just really hope that it will have a big impact on people's attitudes towards each other, towards key workers, appreciating people that actually keep our community and our countries running, and just being kinder to each other and the environment as well.
Are the people kinder this time?
I don't know, because I get people staying away and they're not very friendly. I'm in London, so that could be happening because London is very overpopulated. And when you see someone most of the time in London, they just walk the other distance. Monty, what about you? How do you feel in the community you are? Are you feeling the warmth, or are you feeling the isolation or coldness of people in the area?
Well, it's an interesting time for humanity at the moment, and each country has their own ways of dealing with things. Now, you look at some countries like New Zealand, the lockdown is nearly over. They're back to normal again, and they only had 8 deaths. Now, you look at England. I felt they reacted slightly slower. They waited on how Italy, Spain, and other nations, reacted, and they had opportunity. They had ample time to actually put down the lockdown measures. They could have done it in mid-February, but then the difficulty is that, which I can understand, if you're an academic, if you're a scientist, you need the evidence. The scientists will be saying to the government, we need evidence. Why should we do an early lockdown when there's no evidence? And once they collected on the evidence and they started to think, hang on a minute, there is a rise in deaths, people are dying, the government did take really drastic measures. And for people, it was a bit of a shock to their system. But also, it's that sort of opportunity for people now. They're in self-isolation. It's that time of, do you have that discipline? Can you have that, form that sort of discipline into your life? And, we are a democratic country. So, we're not like China, which is a communist, which if we do have a problem and we do need to find a solution, that can be found very quickly with a democratic approach. And once this lockdown is over, there'll be a lot of people who want to work hard. Everyone's opinions will be counted. And you tend to find solutions a lot quicker when everyone comes on the dinner table, you listen to everyone's views, come to a solution, and you move forward. And we know that people in this nation, in this country, they have that steely determination. They want to do something, amazing. And you look at today, look at the likes of Tom Moore, who raised over 30 million. Everyone's saying he's a captain of the nation, and he's 99. And that World War, II sort of soldier veteran that he demonstrated to the whole of this nation that actually, me being 100 now, I am demonstrating the values of this country, of what this England is all about. It's about that steely determination, that real dogfight we have in us when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And that's what England is known for. They're known for that sort of real toughness about them. And Tom Moore is demonstrating that to all the nation, to everyone in this country, saying, please, live in that disciplined environment. Don't get yourself, caught in the coronavirus. And when things are over, we as a nation will come together and make things, amazing again, because that's what we are as a nation and as a group of people. And you just look at the likes of how many volunteers we've had. We've had over 750,000 volunteers. Once the evidence was collected, possibly it was slightly too late, but everyone now it is coming together. And it's difficult for the government. A lot of people are saying there should have been an order in this country. There should have been people saying once you come out of the door, you need to only wear a mask. It's compulsory for everyone to wear a mask. Now you look at the likes of Czech Republic, where there hasn't been as much deaths, amongst all the other European countries. There is a compulsory for them to wear a mask now, but we need to it's difficult for the government. They can't order people. They want to give that freedom for people. They don't want that possibility of, riots start to taking place, or people, knocking outside the sort of parliament and saying our human rights are not in order. And that gentle request was like a hidden message saying, come on, guys, we really need everyone to stay at home, to wear a mask when you go out. For any essential needs, only do that. And for key workers to work, we shouldn't have issues like at Richmond or at Skegness when it's like a bank holiday and everyone's gathering together because it's a really hot day. So it shows where we are as people and as a nation, that when we need to be disciplined, we don't have that in us as a nation. And therefore, that's what the government has to do. They have to put in a request. They can't order people in this country like you do in other countries, like in India. Yeah. They only had 4 hours to prepare, and Narendra Modi put a lockdown straight away. People were stranded, but they all kind of respected him. They thought, we understand the magnitude of this, and it works in some places, but here it wouldn't work. There's too much freedom of speech, and everyone's views need to be taken into account. Yeah, and this is one of the greatest strengths of our country. We are a democratic country. We give opportunity to everyone, and everyone is allowed to voice their opinions. But now it's that time to stay at home for the next few weeks. And I'm sure when it comes to June, we can get back to living normal again.
Okay. Thank you so much, Monty. But we're about to wind down now. Thank you so much. Hello. Hi there. Thank you for joining us. We are getting some well wishes saying that they enjoyed the show. Thank you so much. Now we're about to wind down, and I'd like to ask Petra, what is her future plans after the COVID-19? We're winding down the show, folks, and I'd like you to give our viewers any words of encouragement for the future. Petra?
Yeah. Just a little not see in the mic. I don't know if there is.
What you like to tell viewers to encourage them at this time? I think we're getting a bit of a crackling noise on your side.
I'm look out and I'm coming back. Yeah.
Okay. I think we've lost a little while there. Monty, what would you like to tell our viewers in closing?
Well, what I would like to say is avoid going to the hospital. And you're probably saying to me, what is a crazy thing to say, Monty? You know, I'm honestly saying, because once you get into that chemical environment, it's a 50-50 chance for you surviving. Now, what you need to do is you need to work on your immune system. So what you do is, how do you strengthen your immune system? With a lot of vitamin C, a lot of vitamin D as well. They say the stress hormone is having lots of vitamin C into your body. So this is really important. You can fight this virus from home. If you've got the conditions, I've had family members, friends and family who've had the condition, and I know they've got the symptoms. I'm saying do not go to the hospital. You know, stay at home and just top yourself up with loads of vitamin C and vitamin D as well, but also multivitamins. And also you need to understand this coronavirus, it stays on your clothes for 8 to 9 hours. So when you come home, you put your clothes into another area, you do these little measures. You also, how do you now increase your immune system? Naturally, there's one thing called ginger. Ginger is a very, very good antibody as well. You can put it into your tea. You can have ginger juice all the time. Make it your daily habit. Whenever you have a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, put ginger in it, because what ginger does, it strengthens your immune system. Exercise is another. Do exercise to strengthen it as well, because that is very, very important. Then is turmeric. Turmeric is an antibody, is also an anti-inflammatory. Now, you put turmeric in milk. You can put turmeric on top of your on your food, and you have that. There is enough measures if you have the discipline. The question is, people in this country don't have the discipline to follow simple instructions to strengthen the immune system, and therefore that's why we're having such a surge. Stay at home. Yeah. We cannot, you know, you're putting the doctors, the nurses' lives at risk. And okay, on another note, that's enough on the immune system. I've also been involved with the subway lunch boxes with the NHS. On a lighter note, like I don't want to keep, giving a lecture, because that's not what I'm here to do. But also then I thought, how can I help the community? So I'm part of the NHS lunch boxes, which involves, Greater Manchester, hospitals in Greater Manchester, in Chester and Hertfordshire, and now in Bedfordshire as well. So I'm in Luton Dunstable Hospital, where I was born, and now I can announce that we are daily giving 50 subway lunches to doctors and nurses who are putting their lives at risk on a daily basis to make sure that people in this country, stay safe. And I think that'll be my message. If you're at home, it's not about staying safe, staying at home. It's about stay at home, but do something about it. How are you? What are you going to do to make yourself stronger? Strengthen your immune system. That would be my biggest message. If you're at home, strengthen your immune system. And faith is a great healer. Faith is wonderful. What faith does, it takes your mind. Sorry,
Monty, thank you so much.
All right,
you
is it finished?
A real
Sorry about that.
talker,
Sorry about that. Okay.
We're about to finish, and I'd like to get Petra in to say her closing remarks. Thank you so much, Monty. Petra, tell us what
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Petra. What about you? Your closing remarks. How you like to encourage the viewers?
Encourage for what? For to survive COVID-19? You mean?
Yes.
Well, stay positive. That's my message, and make the best of the situation. Have a good family life. Make a nice deal. Do things that gives the life quality. Read a book or do creative things that you have another mindset. And stay in the energy, and well, at least stay positive, because there is always light in the tunnel, and the sun is shining, and you have good weather, and I'm enjoying the garden and my animals. So you have to see what you still have.
Yes, and appreciate what you have. Thank you so much, everyone. As we come to a close of our show, I'd like to thank our guests, Petra as Monty, and my dear co-host, Emily Blake. We'd like to thank our producer at the background, Moinul, for carrying the engine of the show. And for now, we'd like to say goodbye. And thank you so much, everyone, for viewing.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank you.
wonderful day
Goodbye.
and be safe. Goodbye for now.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.